Hey, and welcome to another episode of You Love Comic Books. This is episode 31. This is a YouTube show I do where I showcase my recent comic book hauls, stuff from my collection, comic book speculation, and I do some reviews for my weekly pull list. If you found yourself here watching it, you must like all the stuff I just mentioned. So why not give this, when done, or now, why not now, give this video a like. Leave a comment in regard to anything you see in the episode. If you have any questions on what you saw in the haul, feel free to do so. And if you like what you see, why not subscribe? There's 30 other haul episodes as well. So a lot you can enjoy. Become part of the You Love Comic Book conversation. Smash that subscribe button. Smash it. And right before I start, also you'll see in my caption, depending on how you're watching this, you'll see that I have a link to my Instagram, which is under the same name, You Love Comic Books. Why not follow on there? You will see I will post try to do it like every day. If so, comics that I've recently got or stuff from my, from recent hauls or stuff from my collection. And also, while you're at it, there's a link to my eBay store. You can see some, you'll see stuff that I have for sale, a lot of toys and comics. So yeah, check it out. All right, let's get right into this. All right, first off, stuff from the haul, stuff from the weekly pull list. Twig number 2. So I talked about Twig number 1 in a previous episode. So far, I'm liking this. I think I might pick up one more. This is a new Scotty Young, written and drawn by Kyle Strong. I think it's really well done. It looks really good. I think it has potential to be like one of those type of books that is this the next Bone? Who knows? But and the key is to actually like these books. You know what I mean? So I think I might pick out the third one. Darth Vader 23. Darth Vader is always like I feel like the better of the Star Wars books. It's consistently tells good stories. So the big hook for volume 3 of Darth Vader is this character. I totally forgot her name. But she's Padme's, one of her handmaidens or whatever, her decoys. She's the one from episode 1. The one in episode 2 got killed in the beginning. Episode 1 played by an actress, and again, I should probably do some more research or just trying to remember these names, but she's from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. That was like her first little role. She played Padme's handmaiden. So she's in this storyline, and this is like after Empire and heading towards Return of the Jedi. So Vader's kind of going through some mild. He's still a bad guy, but you start to see that Anakin's starting to come back to the surface. Spoilers for this issue, which is kind of cool, I think. A fun little nod for prequel episode 1 fans. Kister and Wald, I think those are their names. Those are Anakin's little friends on episode 1. You see them before he does the pod race. And now they are middle-aged men. So if you want to know what happened to Vader's friends and want to see them as middle-aged men, then this is the comic for you, Darth Vader 23. Star Wars 24. This is the finish of a kind of like a Rebel storyline. I'll be honest with you, the Rebel storylines, like when it just focuses on Rebels and Luke's not in it and Vader's not in it and stuff like that, I can't say they're my favorite, but it's still entertaining. This character, totally forgot her name, but she was a decent villain. You get to see Poe Dameron's parents played a big part in this storyline. It was good. Vader was better, though. Thor 26, part 4, of Banner of War. This was a fun crossover. I'm not usually big on crossovers, but when it's just having to buy 2 books and not 100 books, I will definitely, especially because I read the Hulk. I don't really read Thor, but Donny Cates writes both of them, and he wrote both Thor and Hulk. And this has definitely been a fun team up. So I really like it. Also, a great cover by Gary Frank, uh, Thor as a Hulk. Part 5, the last part's coming out soon. So, like I said, it's a fun book. And like I said, the one thing I liked about this series was the recaps of like where Thor and Hulk are at now. So, all right, here we go. On to the actual haul now. So I went to this one store that I tend to go to in Colorado, and I always find books there that like he has like a new section, and they're never priced, but he's pretty fair on his pricing. I'm not a big fan of like going to a store and there's nothing priced. Because you don't know where it's gonna go, and it's like, am I wasting my time? Am I gonna bring it all the way up to the front, and then they just like charge an arm and a leg? He had this for 4. It's not bad. I mean, this is a. I try to grab any of these like Star Comics number ones. I always liked Heathcliff as a kid. I guess this is his second series though. I don't. This is not Heathcliff number 1 though. I don't know, but it's pretty good condition. It's got a little tiny little bit of staining there, but overall, nice copy. Teen Titans 37. He only charged 3 for this. This is definitely not a perfect condition copy, but this is a really good key. This is the first appearance of Miss Martian. I think that's her name. It's basically in Teen Titans, like the female Martian Manhunter, young character. This is their first appearance. It's kind of more of a cameo on this one. I think like 38 or 39 is our first major one. This book's not in like it's. I'm gonna just show you. I mean, it was only $3, which I think a really good price for a book that probably could have charged me like 10 or 15 for this. I mean, it could use a cleaning. The front, though, I don't think there's much to be done. I mean, like a press and a cleaning would do, but there's like fading on the black. But still, not bad. $3 for this book, Happy to have it. Whoop. Pardon me. That little Impossible Man Summer Vacation Spectacular. Just a fun, I'm like, I don't even know, I'm like, why am I getting this? I don't know. I was like, this character, Impossible Man, is an interesting character. He's kind of like Marvel's Mr. Mystoplick. Will they ever do anything with Impossible Man? Who knows? But I think he's like a fun, crazy character that could be used for something in the future with Marvel. Animation. Would he show up in Guardians of the Galaxy? Who knows? He could show up in the Guardians. I mean, he could show up in the Christmas special. He might not ever show up in anything, but it's in really nice condition. And, I was looking through it. It's definitely like a fun book. Thundercats, number 1. This one was 5. This is, honestly, I love Ed McGuinness artwork, and so the cover was great. I looked through it and everything like that. I just figured, hey, this is pure spec right here. If they do anything with like the movies or anything with this, I know the big one though is the Thundercats from Star Comics, Marvel, from the mid '80s. But this is definitely one that would pick up. Okay, and then, I'm just gonna move those out of the way. Then last from this store, Black Panther, number 4. I don't know what volume this is. This is volume 3, I think. I could be wrong. Volume 4. I can't even keep track of this. But this is this is like at the end of the issue. This is where Shuri becomes the Black Panther. Now, it's interesting about this series because number 1, she's on the cover of every issue of this series, but does not officially become Black Panther until until the end of this issue and issue 5. Issue 5 is definitely the bigger book to get, but happy to get this. He had it for 8, I think, and it's in really, really nice condition. So I'm happy to get it. It's a pretty damn nice copy. I think it has not even really, barely no spine ticks really. Just a really nice copy. We'll see. I'm not sure. The new Black Panther movie's coming out, and we don't really know. We know that Marvel MCU did not recast Chadwick Boseman out of respect to him. He passed away like 2 years ago already now. And we don't. The rumor was that Sherry was gonna take over, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, here we go. So I got some dollar bin books. This is from the store I usually just pick up my weekly pull list from. They have this dollar bin, and they had a bunch of old Silver Surfers in there. And I mean, I should just bought them all. But whatever, I think I picked out the best of the ones they had. 25 and 10, which is always good to have a Galactus cover with Silver Surfer. So buck each, not bad. Here's another dollar comic. Star Wars Loot Crate, #1. This is the variant. Honestly, I don't even know why I bought this. I was there, and I'm like, I should just get this. It's $1. It's $1. What are you gonna do? I think I have another one of these already. So, who knows? I'll throw it up on my eBay, and I'll make $3 from it. We'll see. All right, this is from a different store that I like to go to in Colorado. I usually don't want to give the names because I don't know. We'll see. All right, here's a fun one. These were only $2 each. Saga Power Lords. Do you guys remember the toy line of Power Lords? It was like really weird, crazy toy line from the 80s where the figures were like, they just were like ahead of their time, and they were odd. Like the main hero, his body would like twist and he would turn into like the hero, which I'm surprised. This is a 3-issue series that DC Comics did. And the figures were just bizarre looking because like the main dude, like you hit a button or whatever and he turned around and he was this like superhero version. And he just looked like a two-faced weirdo, actually. Like, I think it probably freaked kids out more than anything. But like the toys are just like, I think if you even try to find the originals, they go for like a crazy amount. I know the famous figure designers. I think what are they called? They have like a crazy name. They did all the He-Man figures in the 2000s. If you know that name, hey, leave a comment and let me know. Or I could just Google it later. But hey, interesting about this comic. One, I think the first issue cover is terrible. And where they really scare... Here's issue 2. Again, not a great cover. Again. I mean, it's fine. But, like, if you're a kid, you don't know what the hell this is. And they don't even ever show you... They show you him, the main guy. But they don't show you his, like, superhero, Atom Power, which is funny, because I'm going to show you guys... what I think is the inspiration to these toy designers back in the day. And then here's the 3rd issue. This should have been the first issue cover. This is the most dynamic cover of the series. This is a cover that would have grabbed people. But the thing is, too, it's like, why would you not have the character, what he looked like? Let me see if I can show it to you guys. To y'all. Here's what the hero looks like. When he's in full power or whatever. And if you could see what I'm talking about, the toy, so you see how like he's got, like he turns around, but like the other dude's face is on the back. It's just kind of creepy. And then look at the fingers. He's got 2 thumbs. Like, it's an interesting toy design, but it's like he's like almost like just like an alien weirdo. No offense to two-faced alien weirdos with I don't know how many fingers, 2 thumbs at least. But man, dude, like look at this character. Who do you think that looks like? And it's funny because like I knew about this toy line since I was a kid, and as I looked at the comic more, which the art's by Mark Texeira, if you guys remember him. He did Ghost Rider, and he was a big artist in the. I don't know if he's still active. But, who does this character remind you of? Look at those 2 stones in his head instead of 1. Well, I feel like the people who designed these toys were heavily influenced by Adam Warlock. And to the point where his name is Atom Power. So happy to have these. They're $2 each. They're not like worth a ton or anything like that, but they're in really, really nice condition. Happy to have them. Again, like, funny. This is the best cover. This one. And this should have been the first issue. And you don't have your hero on the cover. So weird decisions being made that could have like had this comic maybe go beyond issue 3. You know, I think kids saw this and they were like, I don't know what the hell this is, but whatever. I knew what it was, but I'm also 40 years later, or almost. Batman 361. Happy to get this one. This is a minor key. This is the first appearance of Harvey Bullock. So hey, always good to grab a first appearance of a Batman supporting cast character. It's funny. A couple weeks ago, I was driving around and there was a house nearby me, and they had like a garage sale, and I asked the guy. I don't know. I think they were house flippers though. Not to get into too much detail, but I don't think they lived there. I think they bought the house and were just cleaning it out. I asked the guy and I said, "Hey, you got any comics?" And I figured, I don't usually do this, but I've seen dudes on YouTube talk about this, and they's like, just gotta ask. I think what's his name, Mint Hunter? Maybe that's the guy. He talks about that. I was like, I'm gonna ask. So the guy's like, you know what? I think I do. He must have went into the basement or whatever, and he came out with with 5 beat up comic books, and he was like, one of them was this one, and I was like, I'll give you $1, and he was like, I want 20, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go. I know that sounds like a great story, but I thought it was funny. So I was like, I do want this book though. So at the same store where I got the Power Lords, they had this one for 8. Much, much, much better condition than the garage sale guy. So happy to have this. Really, really, I would say it's definitely like a 9 or higher. I mean, it's got like a minor spine tick, but again, I don't plan on grading this, but happy to have it. Now here's a nice book. And here we go. Marvel feature number 3. I think this one was, I'm pretty sure it was either 12 or 15. This is technically the third appearance of the Defenders. Now, a lot of people are counting the 2. There's a Silver Surfer and the Hulk appear in Submariner, like 34 and 35. And that's been gaining traction as like a pre-Defenders storyline. But, I mean, the first official Defenders is Marvel feature number 1. They had number 3, and it was a really nice condition copy. I mean, for a book from the early 70s, happy to have it. And again, technically the real third appearance of the Defenders. This is the, I totally forgot the name of this character, but I was looking it up and realized that this is the first fight between Hulk and this character. He was a big part of the Immortal Hulk storyline. I don't know if anyone was reading that, but this villain, I think his name's Zinmu or something. He's a very weird character. All right, I went to this other store and I saw Marvel feature number 2. This one, not in as good condition as the Marvel feature number 3, but still decent. I think like if it got a press, I mean, you could see like some warping. It's got a little scuff here, like someone banged, I don't know, got a little scuff there. But overall, happy to have it. This is the second full appearance of the Defenders. Marvel feature number 1 has definitely been picking up. There's been rumors or whatever, like, are they going to do a Defenders movie of some sort? Or are they going to do the Defenders that we saw on Netflix? Part of me would love to see a Defenders more like this version of the team. And you could throw Moon Knight on there if you want. You can even throw Power Man because he was part of it. What's her name? Oh my god, I totally forgot. The the woman from Thor Ragnarok. She could be part of it. All right, so happy to have that. This was another one at the same store. And like I said, just to be clear, I drove out to this store that's like much further away from me, and with gas being really expensive, you just gotta, you gotta be a little more, um, you gotta pick your trips better, So I went to this store and they had this one. It was only three. Again, grabbing those kind of first issues of like properties and stuff like that from the mid '80s, late '80s. This is one I've been wanting to get for a long time. What if the Hulk had killed Wolverine? Now this is issue 50. Look at this crazy foil cover, nice embossed, awesome. Really nice copy. It's got like one minor spine tick, but it's a cardstock cover. I don't know. Then they had this book. This is the last one from this store. 131. Now, I'm going to show you something awesome about this book. This one was 12, which is a good price for this book. I've seen it go for more in worse condition. I think it's a really nice copy. I mean, like, look at the back of this. I mean, like, if this got pressed, like, these are all pressable defects. And then the fronts are really nice. I mean, for a book, again, from the early 70s. The only thing is it has this little mark. But here's the thing. Well, the most important thing is the value stamp is there. But look at this. It's a Mark Jewelers. I don't think the store realized it was a Mark Jewelers. I'm not sure. I feel like if they knew, they would have charged way more. But if you notice, the Mark Jewelers insert is upside down. Is that another mistake? Because I don't think this was restapled. This is the real staples from the book. But the Mark Jeweler, I just noticed that now. The Mark Jewelers insert's upside down. But the most important thing that I made sure to look at it because, you got to make sure that value stamp's in here. Which a lot of books, where is it? Where are you, value stamp? A lot of books from this era have them. Here we go. Very important. A lot of, because you always got to look at Marvel 25 cents books because they can be missing that value stamp. And that really will kill the book. I mean, it's not complete anymore. All right, sorry. See, this is why I don't mess with books usually when I do videos, but happy to have this. This is the first appearance of the Legion of Unliving. Kind of with the whole monster thing going on with Marvel. A lot of speculation behind it. This book has kind of picked up a bit. Now, the thing that bugged me about this store was I picked up a copy of Visionaries. And they had Visionaries #1, which is another, like, one of those toy properties that Marvel did comics for in the 80s, and I just wanted to pick up. They had it for $3, and I brought these books to the front, and they had it in the case Marvel Feature 18, which is the first Guardians of the Galaxy. And the manager that worked at the store I said to him, like, well, I'm interested in all these. I'm gonna get this, and I also got some Mylars, and I bought that Twig comic, and so I had a decent amount there. And I asked the dude, I'm like, could you do a discount on any of these? And he was like, adamantly no. And I was like, come on, dude, with fucking gas prices, driving like an hour to your store. Now, I know they're running a business, and, their prices are their prices. Now, some stores are cool, and they'll be like, yeah, I'll throw 10%, especially if you're spending like over $200, if you're going to buy a $150 book from me. So he was not down to do that. So I did not get the Marvel feature with the first, or Marvel superhero, sorry, with the first Guardians of the Galaxy. One, it was like not the greatest condition. I mean, it was like a decent copy, but it had a lot of stress lines on the cover, and I would like to have a more nicer cover. But then the best part was, because he was doing his bullshit where he was like looking up, pardon my French, he was looking up the prices, see if he would give me a discount or some crap. But he had no intention. He never did. And he's like, oh, this Visionary comic is mispriced. This should be 10. And I'm like, are you kidding? And then it's like he was like accusing me of like if I like switched a bag in a store while I was looking. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So I don't think I'll be going to the store anytime soon. I mean, it's not the biggest deal, like, that you didn't want to give the discount. That's fine. I just bought these books and the Mylars. But to, like, like, dude, the price was on the Visionaries, and now you're gonna charge 10. I was like, forget it. Like, I I want it for 3. I thought that was complete BS on their part, and you know what? Probably not go there again. Like I said, it's a long drive. Gas is the prices are expensive, and if you're gonna like be lame about that, then forget it. So, but happy to have these books. About to let me finish up the haul now. So that was just my minor little vent. I was at the store called Second and Charles. It's kind of like a I don't know if you're familiar with half price books and one of those type of stores, but they had these Beavis and Buttheads for $1.95. So look at that newsstand. Beavis Butthead 11. 13, another newsstand. I don't know if that's a different. I gotta look that one up. Like, if you look at this newsstand, you can tell me, is this like Canadian or something? And then here's the other newsstand. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look up that barcode. It just seems different. I don't really know the difference in Canadian variants or not. Beavis and Butthead 16. 17, 19, and 23. So these were only $1.95 each. Had to grab them. I'm going to grab every Beavis and Butthead comic I see that's like that price. I'm looking for 28. That's the last one. Might have to spend a little more to get that one. But again, happy to have these. These are in really nice condition. So Second and Charles is like one of those type of places where who knows what you're gonna find there. It's it's like one of those like kind of used bookstores. People bring in stuff and they have toys and comics and records. So it's always fun to go there with a kid. And then here's an eBay purchase. Oh, yes, that I picked up. I feel like I got a pretty good on this one. This is like a very fine near mint copy. Very nice condition copy of this book. Got the auction at 53. Now, the price for this book is kind of wavered back and forth, but the one thing I'll say is anytime I see this in a store with much worse condition, this book's always like $100. It's just one of those books. Like, some stores don't care that, like, at the moment, at this time, this book is not as big. Someone's going to come in and buy it. That's how they feel. Who knows? Happy to have this, though. I still need issue 2, which I did win on an auction. I'm waiting for them to ship that. 6, 11, and 12, and then I have the full run of Miss Marvel from the 70s. But yeah, this is a nice copy. The only major flaw is this like little kind of bendy minor, but overall, I mean, it has like no spine ticks really, and it could probably use like a cleaning maybe, but overall, just happy to have this. This is a really nice condition copy, and I'm happy that I kind of had some self-control on this book and waited till I saw this auction and grabbed it, because I had the opportunity to buy this book many times at way less the condition. So yeah, I say overall this was a good haul. So the video is running a little longer than I wanted to, but I guess my little venting or whatever about the store experience. I have another funny store experience, but maybe I'll save that for another haul. This one was really bizarre. But yeah, if you like what you saw, why not give the video a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram under You Love Comic Books, and also check out my eBay. The link is in the caption. All right, well, you're going to see a previous episode here, a previous episode there, and the subscription button right there. All right, well then, have a good one, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.